Yeah, I know it's been forever. Just as a disclaimer, the glare is unreal. I know you see a little bit of it right there, but it probably is going to get worse the more I move around. Probably try to get a side view. That side view glare is usually unreal. 20 gallon. This 20 gallon is going through a lot. From me wanting it to be a beta sorority, changing my mind, to me wanting just to breed quarries, which actually happened in this tank with no intervention, just feeding it, water change, feeding, water change, and it just did it on their own. Now it's a guppy tank. I kind of backed away from the guppies. It was like one of my first fish I ever tried in the tank. It was pretty cool. But after a certain amount of time, if you don't, in my opinion, if you don't toss in a new one here and there, I tend to notice there were bent backs or weird defects with certain litter. Not everyone in the litter would be like that, but I'm like, I just really don't want my fish to have bent backs and, you know, twisted fins or something weird like that. Just a quick rundown in here. This is mainly hornwort for the plants, maybe a little bit of bacopa, and some anacharis that just, I use that as the collector. I sit it right here. The sponge filter blows up the gunk and it falls right into this plant. And whenever I do a water change, I yank the plant out, swish it into the dirty water, and then put it back in here, and hopefully it'll prop up just like it is now. Yeah, this is a dedicated guppy tank. You know, it has two female betas and a couple of cories that breed every now and then, but you know, the betas usually nibble at those eggs. Keep it anywhere from like 78 to 80. And I noticed with I gave away the full-grown males I had just to give the females a chance to grow. I have a few like teenage male guppies in here. They look pretty good to me. I know they're not like, oh, magenta metallic dragon double ear, flip it a flop, but you know, it's pretty good to me. And that's all I really wanted. I wasn't line breeding or anything. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Well, obviously all of these little red ones came from the same person, but all of these males came from the same batch too, which kind of confused me, how all the females are just orange-tailed, but the males have this crazy color. Like, I'm like, how is that? Oh, there she is, the female that started it all, orange tail right here up front. I had her before I had anybody. She was with a few Endler guppies that project never really took off how I wanted it to, so I gave those away and kept her, put her from the 5 gallon she was in here. And then one day I noticed there was a crap ton of little babies that turned out to be all these orange-tailed females and a couple of those spectacular looking males, you know. A little bit of driftwood in the tank. I need to stop making my quarries go haywire the closer I get, but I'm trying to give you guys a good view. Sponge filter, the only thing I run on here. I might do some changes, seeing as how, you know, a lot of gunk settles at the bottom. I usually take it out with a water change, but life was a little bit easier with a hang on the back. Far as the bottom, anything else, sponge filters the best for me. I said I was going to try to make this a 3-minute video. We're already at 4 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah. One of my favorite tanks. They're just ganging up thinking they're going to, you know what? Just because I'm recording, I'm just going to toss a little bit of food in there. Oh man, almost died there. Yeah, feed them, and watch them eat, and then we'll end the video. Oh, good Lord. I feed them a range of stuff from tuba fix, brine shrimp, but the main thing is flake. You know, it's no fancy flake. I used to go for the top brand flake, but it's just Tetra Color Crisp, you know. Yeah. Oh goodness, I am so sorry. Haven't fed you guys all day. Oh, don't you drop again. That was scary. Feed them just a little bit. Just a little bit. Her, I usually don't see her. I guess she's just showing out for the camera. She's usually like somewhere in the back of those plants. Probably because she heard that lid come open. Yeah, I know I'm probably only a little slack because I don't have a full like 5 female bettas in here, 6 female bettas in here, whatever the number is people like to go by. But these two are really peaceful. Like they do a little bit of chasing, but it's very rare. Most of the time they'll be like right next to each other, just relaxing. They were in the big tank I have with the rest of the females. And I don't know what made me move them over here, but I decided to move them over. As I destroy my fish equipment. I'll pick that up later. Nah, I'll just pick it up now. I know the cameras is just, it's not the best thing about getting a GoPro. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But, it's always been one of my favorite fish. But when I had them in that 40 gallon, I used to have it. The upkeep on it was just ridiculous because they had so much room, and they were dropping babies like every 20 days. It seemed like. And then shortly after, seeing I had like 400 guppies in there. I'm like, oh my God, water changes every 2 days. Now this is about my speed. This is about what I like. Yeah, usually feed them like I was saying, freeze dried frozen food like brine shrimp, some tuba fix, might do some live worms here and there, black worms. But it's just flake. I might do the Hikari fancy guppy food. But mainly it's freeze dried brine shrimp, tuba fix, flakes. I might throw a little Daphne in there. It's like a once a week type of thing. And you know, I just sit back and enjoy the thing. I like early in the morning when the first light, it's automatic, so it comes on up front, but the back light I have to turn on manually because I haven't bought a timer yet. But when it's that green and I'm at the purple and bluish hue, that when it first starts to ramp up, you'll see kind of like that fancy year beta just going crazy. Not crazy like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening, but just all over the place. Hello. How are you? Okay, you don't like the camera? I'll take that into note. Next time I do an update on this tank, probably certain stuff will look different. If you go further into my YouTube videos, you'll see this tank almost looked totally different. It was like black and white sand. I had all type of decorations all over the place. The wood wasn't in here. I had a ton of plants on the bottom. I got rid of that so the cories can have more foot room. And of course the infamous duckweed, which it doesn't really bother me. You know, like once every 2 months I might get in there and do a nice scooping and get like half of it out. But I kind of like it in here. The black females were a new buy. They weren't mine initially. Like my guppies didn't give birth to them. The 3 black females in here, I bought them just to give the orange one some rest, because you know, as soon as these males hit like that teenage stage, they were just hassling her, and I had to like break the attention off of her. As you can see, they're stalking everything else. This is one of my favorite ones right here. As the snail takes this little bit of spotlight. Yeah, but there's a couple guys in here that look pretty darn good. One more side view and we're gonna end the video. Probably will be coming up with an update for this tank, maybe a month or two, probably 3 months from now. I usually pay attention to the other tanks. Not saying I don't care for this one, but as far as videos, I never videoed the Guppy Tank. First ever Guppy Tank video. The focus is just unreal. Yellow.